Hey everyone. Okay, so this week isn't going to be as much of an update as I would have liked. Um, my last blood work just showed that I had follicle activity, so they were wanting me to go in tomorrow on the 16th for even more blood work, and then from there we'll hopefully either get a go to start my period or start Femera. Till next week, I really have no idea. So that's what's going on there. So I decided to do some TTC Planning Tag questions. And when I was reading through them, I realized that they work for both TTC Planning and for the adoption. So I'm going to do both. I'm going to read the question. I'm going to tell you for the TTC and for the adoption. And if one doesn't work for adoption, I'll just leave it out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right over to the questions, which number one is, will you find out the gender? Yes, for both. We will hopefully be finding out the gender of our adopted baby either right after Christmas or literally right before Christmas. We're just waiting on my sister's doctor to tell us which one. And definitely for our own biological, both me and Roger decided that we couldn't wait that long and everything, so that's what we're doing there. The next question is, will you use a pacifier? Maybe, maybe not. It seems like in my family, some babies take pacifier, some babies don't, which I'm going to guess is with everyone. All my nieces and nephews so far have not liked their pacifier. So if our babies like the pacifier, we'll use it. If not, we won't. Number 3, do you have any nursery ideas? Yes, I've said this for 2 videos now. For our upcoming baby, for our adoption, we're going to be doing Lion King, whether it's a boy or a girl. However, if it's a girl, we'll probably do a little bit more ribbons and girly things tied in, but it will be Lion King. And then for our firstborn biological, if it's a girl, it'll be Butterfly Garden, and if it's a boy, it's Foxy Forest. So the next would be, are you the first, middle, or last of your friends to TTC? We are the first. Yeah, actually the very first. All of the friends who already have kids either weren't planning on or were like they were honeymoon babies. So we're the first that's actually going through the TTC process. Let's see. Will you get or use hand-me-downs? Yes. We already have about like a mountain of hand-me-down clothes that are neutral, and then like an even bigger mountain that are a little boy, and a small mountain for little girls. We have hand-me-down changing pad. We have a hand-me-down stroller. Being the youngest means you get hand-me-downs. Number 6. How close in age would you like your children? If you would have asked me this 2-3 months ago, I would have said I would have wanted them about a year to 2 years apart. However, now, for my first and second child, I'm hoping that they're going to only be a few months apart. Hopefully, the baby will be due in May, and then hopefully within the next few months now, we'll learn that we are pregnant with our own biological baby as well, so hopefully only a few months apart. After that, we are going to be waiting for 2 or 3 years before having another, because raising 2 will be enough for a little while. Let's see. Number 7, will you make your own baby food? Yes, I've already started looking up recipes. I think it's better, saves a little bit more money. I mean, we already buy so much veggies because my mother-in-law's a vegetarian, and so many fruits and stuff like that, so might as well just take what we already buy and make it into our own food instead of going and buying the stuff which costs an arm and a leg. Will you co-sleep? I'm not sure. We've discussed a little bit with our adopted baby. We probably won't. They'll probably be in the bassinet next to our bed, mainly because I won't be breastfeeding the adopted baby. However, with our biological, I will be breastfeeding, and I've actually heard a few people say that it makes nights really easy to co-sleep with the baby when you're breastfeeding, so we may try it out, but we're not 100% sure if we're going to do it or not. So number 9 would be, will you use a stroller? I don't see why not. I mean, I do plan to carry the baby in a sling, but my back's not that good. I have medical problems with my back, so a stroller will be greatly greatly loved in the later stages when they start to gain a little weight. Number 10 is, will you go back to work or stay at home? The plan is for me to stay at home. Oops. Yeah. As soon as I whichever comes first, either I find out I am expecting or May gets here, I will be quitting my job. I only get about 8 hours a week anyways at minimum wage, so it's not too big of a deal to just let it go. It doesn't really pay for anything other than maybe going out to eat every once in a while. So I will be an at-home mommy. That's our plan. If it gets too hard for that, then I'll start maybe going back to a part-time job, but hopefully not. Let's see. Number 11. After newborn/infant, how long will you let your child cry before going to them? Probably not long. 10-15 minutes at most. The reason for this is I was taught that you let baby cry themselves to sleep at night. And me and my fiance tried that with my niece once when she was about a year old. We had her spending the night and she just wouldn't go to sleep. And we had fed her, bathed her, changed her, everything. So we laid her down. We thought, she'd be fine. She screamed for an hour straight, and every time I called my mom for help, she's just let her cry herself to sleep, just let her cry herself to sleep. Finally, we gave in, went in, and it turned out she had a huge rash all the way up and down her back because she had really bad bowel movements, and it was just from like mid back all the way down her legs was huge rash, and I will never wait any longer than 15 minutes of crying now. I'm terrified of waiting any longer than that. Let's see. How often will you bathe your child? Well, from what I've read online, they don't need to be bathed every day as an infant, and it's recommended that you do it 3 times a week. So we'll probably stick with that guideline and do the sponge bath 3 times a week in the first few days of their life while they still have the umbilical cord, and then bathe them in the tub every 3 days, every 4 days, or as they get overly dirty or stinky, or so following the guidelines with that from our baby books. The next is 13. Will you do extended rear facing car seat? Extended rear facing car seat. I'm not sure exactly what this is asking. Yes, we're going to be doing a rear-facing car seat for when the baby's first born and up probably till they grow out of it. But I'm not sure what it means by extended. If it means like extended time, like up until they're toddlers, probably not. Will you breastfeed? If so, how long? Obviously, adopted child, I won't be. I will be breastfeeding for my biological child if the child takes to breastfeeding. And for that, probably would start weaning them off. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I kind of want to do more research on that and when it's appropriate, because I've heard some people say you should start weaning them off at 6 months, and some people start weaning off at a year to 2 years. So I would like to look at like medical studies on which one is best before I make a decision. 15. Will you introduce when will you introduce solids / baby food? Probably 6 months. I don't see a reason to introduce it any sooner, seeming the even doctors say that 6 months is the good time. However, if they're a larger baby or already starting to go through a lot of formula or something at an earlier age, like my nephew is doing, I may introduce solid food a little sooner. So 16 is, do you want a boy or a girl first? I'm pretty sure I said this in our first video and maybe even the second video. I want a boy first, though I will be perfectly happy either way. Let's see. 17. Do you want to have names picked out? Do you have names picked? Sorry, I accidentally spelled it, typed out wrong on my computer. Do you have names picked out? Yes, we do. For the first baby, if it's a boy, it's going to be Jasper Leo, and if it's a girl, it's Ave Marie Jean. And I think in the first video that I announced us adopting, I said a different name for the boy. We decided to change that. I completely forgot that it's a cousin's name, and it's a cousin that we're not too fond of. So we decided to change it, and it's now going to be Jasper Leo. And the next baby, so our biological child, if it's the first one, if it's a girl, it'll be Celeste Rosa, from my Spanish heritage. And then if it's a boy, it'll be Sage Matthew. So the next is, how many kids do you want? Both me and Roger are saying 7 at this point, probably between adopting and biological, but biological it doesn't matter. We're going with 7 at the moment. Let me see. I keep losing my spot. Will you homeschool? Most likely not. I find I enjoyed public school. My Roger has enjoyed public school all the way up until middle school. However, if like the child's having issues with public school or with private school or whatever, we may consider homeschooling then. If they're not learning right because they can't learn in that kind of environment, or if they're having issues with the other kids that just aren't, put my kids' safety first before putting education first. I've always been good in English and science and things like that. It's only math I would need help with, and my sister's amazing at that, can help me with that. But otherwise, yeah, we're gonna do public schools, and only homeschool if it's like a necessity. Home or hospital birth? Hospital. Sorry, I gotta fix my leg. I'm terrified of the idea of a home birth, to be honest. So yeah, hospital, that will be I moved everything. What we're going to be doing. Okay, so number 21, planned C-section, epidural, or natural birth. Our first baby is going to be a C-section. My sister is due on May 24th, and I believe she's going to have the C-section for the 17th of that month. So that's a planned C-section. For our first biological child, we plan on doing epidural. Yeah. And then 22, will you drink while pregnant? Glass of wine occasionally. No, I don't drink now. I won't drink then. I don't think I'll drink ever. The only time I drink is if I'm around my mom and dad on New Year's and they have a new wine that I've never heard of, and then I'll go, let me try it out just to see if I like it. Nope, no, I don't. So I definitely won't be doing that or anything of the such if pregnant. 23. Will you use cloth diapers or disposable? We're gonna do cloth. Originally we were gonna do 50-50 cloth and disposable, but I think we've chosen to just do full on cloth, and we still may do 50-50, but I want to do full on cloth. And then the last one is 24. If you have a son, will you circumcise him? We actually talked about this a while ago, about 7 months ago when my nephew was born. We decided that we're not going to circumcise. There's just as many pros to cons both ways, and most doctors, including the one that talked to my sister about my nephew's circumcision, said that in today's modern age, there's really no reason, unless it's a religious reason, there's no reason to do it or not to do it. So we decided we're not going to do it. We're just going to teach him hygiene. So, but yeah, that's all of the questions. I actually got these or found these because Myriam S. Sorry if I am not saying your name right. Myriam S. Which she follows me and I've been following her, so I may, if I can figure out how to post a link, I'll post it either in the description or up here, because she started doing TTC videos, and I found all these questions thanks to her. So the next time that I'm going to be updating will hopefully be Monday. This one will probably be uploaded on Tuesday. I'm videoing it on Monday on the 15th. But it probably won't be up till tomorrow because of how late I'm doing it. I'm doing it almost 10 o'clock at night. But next week I do plan to get it up on Monday. I'm hoping to have it done in the morning and upload it in the evening. So, and for that one, hopefully I will have a better update. And I am also going to do a little, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it vid or pictures of what we have already for the new baby and the work in progress of the nursery. So hopefully those 3 things will happen Monday. Till then, I am going to be logging off. See you guys next week.